Hi, I'm Gene Gavis from Des Moines Motors. We're proud to present to you Nead Inspiration, the TV show. A great show for women to grow, learn, and be inspired. We're also proud to announce the arrival of the Noble car. Over 50 miles per gallon and the durability for modern day driving conditions. Please enjoy Nead Inspiration, presented to you by Noble Car and all of us at Des Moines Motors.
Today on Nead Inspiration, we're talking about living forever young, not with surgeries or peels, but thinking and living young. We have Jessica Romey talking about thinking young. We're going to talk to Dr. Angie Monthei about living young, and then we're going to try a little bit of yoga with Maggie Rooney. And throughout the show, you're going to see a little work being done on a client of mine, Madhu, Gadia, who's getting a youthful update to her appearance. So get ready to think about being forever young. It's time for Nead Inspiration. Hi, I'm Liz Nead. Wife, mother, inspirational speaker, radio host, life coach, and do-it-yourselfer. And right in the middle of my crazy life, I decided to create a TV show for you. On Nead Inspiration, we'll teach you how to do things, create better relationships. We'll bring you inspiring stories, take you to interesting places, teach you how to protect yourself, and most importantly, teach you how to be a better you. Nead Inspiration starts now. In addition to doing this show, I also coach clients to achieve their goals. And one of my clients is Madhu Gadia, and she is an expert of Indian cuisine. She has an amazing track record already. She's already had an article published in O Magazine. She has a YouTube where she's cooking chicken curry, and she's probably got about 40,000 hits. And she also has 2 books that are published that are about Indian cuisine. And so because she's venturing into this world of media, she needs a youthful and updated look. And Madhu, your skin is gorgeous and you look really young, but I definitely think that we want you to have a more hip look because you're doing the media thing. So okay. Kristen, what do you think you want to do today?
Today we have time to, I want to take the bob up a little bit and angle it in and bring a few more layers back through the back so there's more movement and bring it off her face.
So you're really lightening it up. Okay.
Yep.
And then you're also doing eyebrows now,
yep.
And you love doing eyebrows.
I love
so tell me why.
It's an instant facelift, eye lift. It'll brighten her eyes and open up her face a lot more.
All right, so we're just basically lightening it up a little bit. So let's get started. Okay. While Madhu gets her eyebrows waxed, we're going to go and talk to Jessica Romey about thinking young. Part of being forever young starts actually in your head. I know that when I started this whole Nead Inspiration business, because I was always off kilter and doing something I was uncomfortable with, I feel like I regained part of my youth. It's really a great way to stay young. And we have Jessica Romey. She is an individual and family therapist with New Heights Counseling. And we're talking a little bit about what it takes to think young, because I really believe that all of the aging that happens really starts in your head.
Yes.
So you sent me a few notes, and I was looking them over, and there were some things about different ages.
Yes.
But one thing I really noticed, it seems like the stresses that that aging stress comes from the transitions in life. So why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, a lot of times when we experience a transition in our lives, it can create a certain amount of stress, and that stress can be a healthy stress, or it can turn into what's called distress. And so when we're experiencing distress, sometimes we can get bogged down with negative thinking, and it can kind of drain our energy rather than revive us.
Right. So there's a lot of things I'm thinking about. You know, for instance, I have a son who is dating.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of a weird thing to think about.
Yes.
Or I think about when they're going to leave for college. You know, the first time my daughter got on the bus to go to kindergarten. You know, those are all healthy transitions, but you can start to feel a little bit melancholy or stressed out because of the transition. So how should we deal with those transitions?
Well, one of the coping skills I really like to talk about especially with women, is our idea of self-worth. And I like to use a metaphor of a cup. And when we think about our self-worth as a cup, we need to remember who's holding our cup of self-worth. And maybe our identity has been wrapped up in our children for many, many years, and how they're doing and how they're progressing. And when that transition happens and there's a loss there, you might recognize that I've lost some of myself, and what do I do now? And so when we look at self-worth as a cup, we think, okay, I had my cup of self-worth in my children's hands. Or maybe I had my cup of self-worth in my spouse's hands, or in my supervisor's hands, or other arenas.
I can think of a million things. It could be just, gosh, I have a little drooping going on here that I never thought so it would be in sort of like what I looked like. The cup is in that.
Yes, in your image.
Yes.
And so what I try and help people work on is we're in charge of protecting and holding our cup of self-worth. Our cup of self-worth is fragile. And so our husband or our spouse or our partner or our best friend we gave our cup of self-worth to them, and they're in a bad mood. They spill it, they dump it out, and you're like,
what?
Yes.
Yes, I totally get that.
Yeah. Or maybe someone made a hurtful comment about your looks, but you had your cup in their hands. And recognizing I am responsible for my cup, and I'm responsible, and it comes from within me, and that empowers us to make better changes with our self-worth and cognizantly fill it up ourselves.
Well, that's a really great point. I really like that. So in addition to really making sure that we are in charge of what is defining us, can you give me some tips of things, physical things that people can do to change the way they're thinking? Like I'm thinking women, they love routine. I mean, it's kind of a thing we need to run our families' lives and our lives. But sometimes that routine is actually aging us. What kind of tips do you have?
Well, I definitely think self-awareness is only a key part of the issue. Because if you have self-awareness and you don't put it into action, you're stuck. And so some other tips are often very helpful is kind of a journaling experience, maybe a meditation experience that's a part of your life and a part of your routine, can really help you kind of recenter yourself and say, I'm in control of the book that I'm writing in my life. Today is one page in the book, and my supervisor isn't the author. My husband or my spouse or my best friend's not the author. I'm the author. And so kind of those moments of self-reflection in your life can really be helpful.
So what I'm hearing you say is, youth is characterized by feeling like you're in charge and your whole future is in front of you and you're kind of writing the book. And some of the problems that we can have is when we feel like we don't have control over that anymore.
Yes.
So it's really just taking back control of the ownership of your life.
Yes.
Am I hearing that right?
I think that's exactly what I'm saying. There's external control and internal control. And when we lean more on that continuum side of external control, we believe that our fate's in the hands of others. Like if I walked into a setting and my supervisor's having a bad day, then I believe I'm going to have a bad day because they are. Or if I have more internal control, I have a mindset where nothing can change my day. I'm in charge of it.
Okay, well that's really good stuff.
Yes.
Jessica, thanks so much for giving us some tips
Yes.
for how to think and feel young. We've just gotten some great tips about thinking young. Let's see how Madhu's doing with her new haircut.
No, but I just knew I didn't want that for the rest of my
Hey,
life.
how are you?
Great.
So what's going on here?
We're just taking up the back and layering it up.
And that's really just bringing fullness
In
to the top.
Yep.
And how are you feeling as she's snipping away? There's hair on the ground.
I know. It's like, okay.
I guess this is real, huh?
This is real.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm not. I'm ready for a change.
Okay.
I'm curious as to what it's going to look like.
And that's sort of part of that revitalizing feeling, isn't it? That there's something changing.
Yes, something changing.
Well, I personally can't wait to see what happens.
I'm curious, yes.
Hey there, I'm the new G4 in town. Wanna take me for a spin? At 45 miles per gallon, I'll take you anywhere you wanna go for a long, smooth ride. You'll love my curves and sleek packaging. Jump on in. With seating for 4, I have plenty of room to love. Honey, I'm 11'9", which makes me clearly irresistible. I'm cute, unique, and stand out in a crowd. Plus, I'm really fun. Introduce me to your friends. They're gonna love me too.